The next 1-2. Swinging a drive well, struck to left. That one's got a chance, and that one is gone! International salami for David Wright. The 2-1. And Wright lines it into the right field corner. The U.S. wins it! David Wright with a walk-off knock. And Team USA moves on to the semis. Santa Maria.
And they're, oh boy, the excitement, emotion, there it is right there. Santa Maria is right.
He said they moved to semis. Well, those 2 at-bats gave me a semi.
Oh,
that's something we needed to know.
That's rough to know real early on here. But exactly. Joe
sets the pace, huh?
Sets the pace. Right off the bat, cheers up to the captain. Numbers getting retired on Saturday. We'll be talking a lot about that dude.
Well deserved.
Over the next 45 minutes or so, we'll get you caught up on what happened in the first half of the year. We'll give out some grades. The professors are here. Going to launch some grades out here for this New York Mets team.
Judgmental motherfuckers.
We've got, and of course, we've got some clips of the captain over the course of the years. That right there, Captain America. That's
wow,
pretty outstanding. That gave me goosebumps. Actually, going through all the clips, I just went down this whole rabbit hole of David Wright, and that's what I was watching a lot of the afternoon.
Emotional seeing all these look backs on David Wright.
Emotional.
Rodriguez about that? I forgot.
But did I? Oh, I did say something about that. Yeah.
We'll skip that though.
Emotional, damn it!
I called you a lady's undergarment.
But when he made Captain America, like he got that title, Captain America. You know how special the player you have is when he's David Wright, and you love him so much and you adore him. But then when you see him adored, not on just a national stage, but an international stage, and him recognized for his talent and his leadership, that really, in my mind, solidified forever. He is the best Met to put on the uniform. I know you see, Tom terrific, but in terms of leadership, I think he's the best Met.
The captain. All right, so all that, we have like 5 or 6 videos galore of the captain, a little whiskey, a little fun, a little look into the future in the second, not too distant future, because producer Joe gets really upset with me if I look too far ahead in the schedule. So why don't you go ahead and get us started here, producer Joe? Let's put in the board. Hey, Joe, let's do another captain video before we get started.
Ooh, a little broken bat, and... Oh, David Wright! What a play! Are you kidding? That may be the best I've ever seen.
That's a magnificent play by David Wright. Wow! What a play by David Wright! Do it again. again.
Stay hot.
Whoa! Now that's a reach.
Well, David Wright just guaranteed that he will be seen on scoreboards around baseball for the next 20 years.
Yes, he will. Do it again, David.
Is that Fran Healy?
Fran Healy. He adjusts as he's catching the ball, gets to the fingertips, and then he opens it as he's falling and grips it better. No doubt that was in San Diego, so no doubt back then producer Joe was complaining about the time of the game. He's probably snoring. Probably didn't see it till the next morning.
He didn't see it.
It didn't see it. No, not live anyway.
Back then we were drinking a lot, so we didn't see it either.
Back then.
Back then.
If he was drinking a lot back then, think about it. That was before peanut butter whiskey.
You should know.
That's true.
You should know how much he drank.
We don't condone anybody to drink as much as producer Joe does.
No, we don't condone any 7 people to drink as much as producer Joe does.
Yes, there it is. All right, so let's jump in here let's talk about the first half. We just had the All-Star game. Big Pete with a big bomb in the All-Star game out to right field.
Yeah.
How'd you think? No? Huh? So?
No, it was amazing. I mean,
opposite field blast gave you a look back. Oppo Taco, your favorite, Keith. How'd you thinking about the Brewers series? Go right field. Peterson, he pitched an inning, I think. Did he pitch a full inning out there?
Did a good job. Had a nasty strikeout.
Yeah.
He left with first and third and a ball hit right up the middle. So I'm glad he caught that one.
Yes. And then, of course, the reaction from those stupid crap Atlanta fans to all of our guys. Boo Birds. I love it. Lindor loved it. The big cheese and the smile.
That you gotta respect.
I don't have to respect anything that they do. I do respect what David Wright said about how we can't root for anything out of Philadelphia, because I sure as hell can't either. Stupid Eagles, the 76ers.
Everything.
I don't know. At this point, Brian Hom, that's for sure.
I saw him today.
Poor guy. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Well, I'm sorry. Listen. I had to go wash my eyes out with chloride, but chlorine. But I'll be all right.
You should be okay. All right, let's talk about the first half. Let's talk about the pitching staff first, Rodriguez.
Ooh, talk about it. What do you got to say? Talk to me.
Well, this group of no names got us through a nice chunk of the first half, and now we got our boys coming back. Manaya's back. Senga came back. Both pitched well, in their outings Friday and Sunday. So good thing to look forward to in the second half. But what's your grade overall for the starting staff here?
Well, I have to start with the coaching real quick. Just make it say that Hefner and the rest of
his favorite Hefner.
And I can't even believe that I'm saying nice things about this guy, but thank God that Carlos Mendoza came and made him go out into the mound and talk to people like a man. However, that's my only problem. But no, their philosophy is attack, and that's what they've been doing all year. Even if you're a pitcher, you really have the advantage over a batter, because you can throw it anywhere, at any speed, at any time, if you're a good pitcher. So you should really have an advantage. That's why a 300 hitter is a great hitter, and you fail 7 out of 10 times. So these guys have a philosophy to attack. Don't back away. Don't nibble at the corners all the time. Attack, get ahead on the guys. And then you start nibbling. Then you start moving the ball away. Then you start doing a little fancy thing or changing speed. But you got to get the count in your favor first. The mound and the plate is yours. If you're a pitcher, you have to believe that. If you don't believe that, you shouldn't be pitching in the major leagues. You get a career year out of Griffin, out of Canning. My God, poor guy. He hurt himself, but he was having a fantastic year. Clay Holmes just became a starter. Robertson is finally becoming a semi-ace, you can say, because this guy's coming up big for us, and he's pitching into the 7th inning, which is a big deal. You got that other guy, Sean. What's his name? Producer Joe. What's that guy's name that's coming back?
Manea.
He meant to say Peter.
Manea. He knows.
What did he say?
Robertson.
Did he say Robertson?
Okay.
I said Robinson. You know why I said Robinson?
I know you
Because
why.
the Mets are freaking
Gonna bring
making
him
a
back,
signing
maybe.
Bringing him back. Yeah, he was at
Yeah.
tryouts the other day. That's why
I know exactly why he said that,
in my
and
brain.
I would love for him to be back. But anyway,
I like him. I like him. But Manea's back. He came back strong. It looks like he pitched pretty well. And you got Senga. Senga's back strong. Senga's got a less than 2.0 ERA, like 1.4 something. I mean, you got a good staff that's just throwing strikes and attacking the hitters. You got you can't give them anything less than an A as far as the starters with everything they've gone through and the injuries and the Mets are still in a good spot. The bullpen was strong in the beginning, and it fails. It fails from overuse. You can't say anything other than that. Failing from overuse. What are you going to say about Diaz? Fantastic. He's an all-star. I mean, these guys that are coming up at the end of the games, like Stanek, even though sometimes he gets hit, he comes in strong. These guys are positive, strong-willed, attacking the strike zone pitchers, and that's how you win games. So I'm giving them an A. Sometimes with what they did with what they have, it's an A+ type of a situation for me. Sometimes.
Keith, what do you think?
I think that they
About that staff in the first half.
I think the staff has done amazing. Obviously, I think the coaching has a lot to do with that, but it's the guys who go out on the mound and pitch, so they get all the credit. I think they've done amazing, and we were one of the best staffs in baseball all the way up until mid-May, and then we just started getting hit with injuries and all these other kind of things happening, and things started kind of falling apart. Is definitely not the right word, but kind of dipping in terms of their reliability. But now we're back. Like Steve said, we got Manaea coming back. We got Senga coming back. McGill's still down and Cannon's still down. I would definitely like McGill, and I know that's not a big fan favorite, but the guy can go out there, eat innings, and he does battle, and he's important to this rotation. However, we got Manaea and Senga back. We are kind of at full strength right now and ready to go for the stretch, especially with Senga and Manaea kind of having Rodriguez's favorite picture, kind of having like half the season to rest, because last season their big issue, Manaea really was they got tired towards the end of the year, but now they're coming in the middle of the year, so they should be really there for that strong September, October push. Based on how they performed and their dip in performance related more to injury, I'm going to give them an A-. I think that's a great grade, and I think they deserve that. And I think it's just going to get better for the second half of the year.
Yeah, I think the best thing that happened over the weekend was seeing Manaea and seeing Senga. Manaea, what do you have? 1 billion strikeouts in 3 innings.
No, he did great. He gave up that run, but I mean, if he was starting and he just gave up that run, it's nothing.
That's not a situation they're used to being in, and he's got to warm up during the middle of the game. It's these starting pitchers, they're a bunch of divas. They gotta have their stuff down pat here.
I think Manaea
routine helps, by the way.
Diva. I think Manaea is tough.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm still a little jab at the starting pitchers.
Bring them back, baby.
Man, what would that be like? Bringing that guy back, and him being the guy that really helps us. But it's just imagine what would happen in a playoff. Like if you're the other team, how do you even prepare for DeGrom and Senga?
How do you prepare for a DL slot? How do you prepare for injury for a disabled slot? You don't have to prepare. The IL is just gonna be there. He'll slide right in again.
He would lead the team in innings pitched if he was still a Met.
He's gonna win a Cy Young though.
He'll lead the team on how many days he's on the injured list.
But I like the idea of bringing him back, but forget about that now. I want to talk about just the first half, and just us thinking about the pitchers and the names that were coming across, the Cannings, who was the worst pitcher in all of baseball last year, and these guys, who we brought in kind of like last year to fill in the 4 and 5 slots that became the 2 and 3 slot guys. And that Canning, that Achilles injury, that is the worst injury to watch in sports, I think, outside of bone breaking and protruding the skin. The pop of that shit, I can't. It's insane. Brian Hump sucks.
It sucks.
But overall, it's got to be an A minus. I'm gonna go with an A. Just and again, because of they've used the most pitchers in all of baseball. There's a 37 pitchers, up and down. And to their credit, again, we always talk about the regime change. But to their credit, they if it's not working, they're out. Gone, out of here. Not, let's give him another opportunity. Let's put him in a 1-run ball game in the 8th inning again. None of that shit, right? So that's gone by the wayside. So I think top to bottom, even bullpen included, because you got to include the bullpen wear and tear on with the injuries of the starters and them impacting each other. But
Absolutely.
in the second half, I hope that they bring in a little couple of relievers. That they're talking about some high-end relievers that the Mets are looking at. Baltimore is apparently open for business now, and we saw some of their really good relievers out of the pen. A little redundant there. But just to bridge the gap between the starters and Diaz. And again, second half of the year, I'm expecting just like last year, where the manager is stretching these guys out. You're going 7 innings. Peterson will go 9 innings every single game if you ask him to.
You get these guys to do 7 innings, and we're gonna have the best team ERA in all of baseball, because you're just gonna take the wear and tear off that bullpen, and when that bullpen is fresh, and Mendoza can, move them in and out, they're pretty good, dude. They're pretty good.
You mean the worst manager in baseball, according to some?
According to some dippity dudes, let's just say that, the worst manager in baseball. How can you criticize a guy that goes through so many injuries, so much different personnel, get them in, get them out? You're dealing with guys that pitch 4 innings sometimes, and they got to.
And all that, and you're so far out of first place. The season's over. You can't even see the Phillies from here,
Oh my God, how unbelievable! All that, and we have a shot to be the best team in the East, and definitely be in the playoffs. So,
did you see the new MLB Power rankings? Mets are 5th. They're behind Detroit.
I like that number.
David Wright's number. Oh yeah, you're right.
Uh-huh.
Look at that.
Let's stay there.
The Yankees were number 9.
19, you mean? So who else was it? So the Cubs, maybe.
I don't remember. I know number 1 was Detroit. Number 2 was the Cubs.
I guess the Phillies got to be above us. They'll probably have them above us because of they're half game up. Dodgers, didn't they just lose like 7 in a row?
Did they?
Dodgers were like 3.
Yeah. Yeah, bring a smile to Rodriguez's face. Yeah, they did. They just lost like 7 straight games.
Good.
Or something like that.
Connie's
getting all pissed off.
Yeah, they
4
games lost 7 in a row. And
anonymous.
okay, so hold on. Number 1 is the Tigers.
Okay,
Previously,
I could
they
deal with
were
that.
also number 1. The Cubs were number 2.
Makes sense. But by the way, number 1, Javi Baez is Tigers. Number 2, Pete Crow Armstrong's is Cubs. There it is.
Don't be so miserable, dude. Don't be so miserable.
I'm not miserable.
So number 3, down from number 2, are the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Yeah, let's lose 7 in a row. Still be number 3. Cool.
Number 4 down. Right. Number 4 down from number 3 are the Houston Astros.
Oh, those cheating bastards.
And number 5 up from number 7 are your New York Metropolitans.
There you go. Perfect. Well done.
Quickly to run through the next 5. Number 6 are the Blue Jays. They were 6 before that. Number 7 is the Brewers. Up from 8. Number 8 is the Phillies. Down from 5.
Oh,
the Yankees are 9.
Wait, logic prevailed and have the Phillies behind us, even though they're a half game ahead. I like that. Talent-wise, just get out of here, you dirty bastards.
Well, I mean, the thing is, right, longevity. Who are you going to pick? what horse you put your money on. Number 9 is the Yankees.
Got your longevity right here.
And number 10 are the Padres, down from 11. And I can go on from there, but
No,
I don't think we need to.
no. Let's go. I want to do another captain video.
3-1. There's David Wright's first big league hit. And it should be good for 2, and it will be. Get the ball. So David Wright in his 6th big league at bat.
How about the fields here? How about every Met fan knows about David Wright, and he just got to the big leagues.
Right. Oh, Wright hits that one a long way. Left center field, and he comes to Montreal and hits his first major league home run.
And Ted, those outfielders watch it. Wilkinson and Chavez watched that ball. They knew it was gone as soon as he hit it. Mention that swing is that rhythmic way of getting the hands back in the hitting position. First home run of his career for David Wright, and he smoked it.
First hit and first home run against the Expos.
Montreal.
Yeah.
Yeah, Montreal.
Montreal.
One quick thing that
ago.
came to mind while watching that is David Wright always came across as very easy and passive. He was very intense and he was very competitive. He was not passive. He was just polite about telling you to go fuck yourself. just saying.
Remember, I don't have that there, but remember that time he got into the argument with the umpire from the from the dugout, arguing balls and strikes. You got thrown out, and David Wright, you could tell he just mouthed off like this: "You're the worst." That's
what an ultimate professional. I mean, a superior athlete, but an ultimate professional too. I mean, I love him so much.
The worst thing about going through these clips is that shit was 21 years ago, okay? And I was just a young kid at the time. But that's 2004. I was 23 years old. 23 years old.
Yeah.
Jeez. Never, Anyway, Montreal feels like a lifetime ago, William. Exactly. Boom. 21 years ago.
Wait, 21 years ago, I
whole
was
drinking age ago.
16.
Bullshit. This is yeah.
When did he get called? Wait, what's so funny about that? Number one. And we're not even going to wait for your answer. We're just going to move on.
Doesn't at all. Yeah, it was 2004. Reyes got called up the year before. That's why if you watch those videos where they're asking him what the starting lineups, both of them they did for their first game, they're a little bit off. A Piazza here.
Okay.
Some crazy shit.
Real quick, round the horn. The Wilpons are at fault for not getting Reyes and Wright a championship. Agree or disagree? Farace.
1,000% agree.
Rodriguez.
Disagree. They could have won it.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
You can't always be the management fault when they don't swing.
Well, no, it's wow. But I think there should have been a lot of other opportunity because I know they pulled the trigger on Beltran, which was a great decision, but they went the.
Didn't they get Delgado?
They went the Walmart no frills right on a lot of other things though. They did get Delgado. They did a lot of things.
They let the ship sink. Right after that 2009 season.
That's enough.
Like after the Citi Field, they just let it sink. Terry Collins, you're the manager. You're going to be the manager for the next 10 years, and we're not going to invest much money in here. It's going to be the Kansas City Mets. That's my feeling.
That's not a feeling. That's the truth. But they also had their chance, and they didn't.
They had the chance.
They didn't win.
Tommy Glavine.
Yes, they did. But there's more to it than that. But I don't want to continue the conversation with a Wilpon fan. So when Rodriguez isn't on, Farace, we can talk about the Wilpons. I will leave the Wilponite out of it.
Stupid Wilpons.
I'm telling you, you're right. But you also got to say that the Mets choked.
Oh, that's for sure. The 06, 07, 08. But after that, a real ownership group would have continued on and tried to build upon that. Instead, they just went into the doldrums. What would you have, like 70 wins a year? Jesus. And every single season, off season, guys, we were excited. We were convincing ourselves that lineups with Ruben Tejada and Jason Phillips and Lucas Duda and Ike Davis were going to do good.
I convinced myself through the whole 90s.
Oh, shit. All
Yeah,
right.
well, that's over with. We're in 2025. We got a great team.
Exactly.
Remind us.
We have
a
a
long time
really
ago.
good team.
Do you? But speaking of choking, do you want to talk about the offense now?
Farace and getting him.
Oh,
what?
That's what Rodriguez just said. I thought that's exactly where Lars was gonna go. But a nice little team we got going on here. So cute. All right. So the lineup. The lineup has gone through some changes. It's evolved over the course of the year. Guys who were
grade them.
Evolved?
F.
No, not yet. I explained it. Guys who are batting fifth, like Nimmo, are now batting first. Guys like Lindor are batting leadoff, now batting second. But that core group of that top four, the Fab Four, if you will, of Nimmo and Lindor and Pete and Soto. What an awful season Soto's having. And sometimes McNeil and sometimes Beatty and never Vientos until recently. I hope that got him kick-started there. Alvarez, no, unless he's in the minor leagues this year. We'll see if he gets brought back up. But as a whole, the lineup has been really trashy when it comes to runners in scoring position. Outside of that, it's done its job. But with runners in scoring position, Pete's the only guy. Lindor is respectable, but was Pete batting like 320 with runners in scoring position. So that's been the lineup. Keith, start with you. What do you want to give a grade to this top to bottom? You can't go 1 through 4 and then 5 through 9. I'm trying to cheat.
I think we went into the season knowing what we have with our top of the lineup and the big stars.
You look like you're wearing a sombrero.
Huh? Hold
you
on.
Look like you're wearing a sombrero.
A little bit.
Oh, okay. There it is.
I
like it.
Do I really? Yeah, I know. My hair is a mess. I haven't.
Oh, yeah. Wait for it.
Yeah, it's the hair.
Yeah.
Come on. No, Jesus Christ. What's going on?
Hold on.
I'm having a great hair day. Just want to let you guys know that.
Okay. I'm glad to hear that.
Oh, look. You want to see something really disgusting? You can see the sweat marks from spring training.
Are you insinuating that my headshot right there was disgusting?
Am I insinuating it?
No, Keith, because he said you want to see something really disgusting. So my head was disgusting, and then the sweat marks on your the brim of your hat.
I was trying to just pull the attention away from that.
Just grade the lineup.
You just brought it right back. So we know we had our big guys up there: Soto, Lindor, Alonso, blah blah blah. We're not going to go into that, right? I think we knew that one of the biggest keys for us to be successful was the Vientoses and the Alvarezes and McNeils of the lineup, and they just haven't really pulled through. But it looks like they're starting to wake up, right? Alvarez got sent down to work on his game. He's hitting the crap out of the ball in AAA. McNeil is coming around. He's starting to get really good to hit, and it really looks like Vientos is starting to get that beautiful swing that we all fell in love with last year. He's starting to get that back. If he can do that consistently, we get Alvarez back. And McNeil, I kind of have faith in. I think
they were praising McNeil's golf to baseball game. I don't know if you guys heard it on the broadcast. Rodriguez. Keith was like, "Hey, it's pretty similar."
But with that description, I'm jumping ahead to the second half of the year. What I'm hoping for, talking about the first half, I'm going to give this Mets lineup a B+. Because only half the lineup at a time has been performing, and it's frustrating. And on top of that, did I say B+? I meant B. Sorry. And on top of that, it's really this runners in scoring position slump has been really, really bad. It's just bad. I mean, at times, even when it's like just a fly ball, they ground into a double play. Lots of double plays with men on first. It's been really bad. I think they can get better. I think they will get better. And I think it's very hopeful what I was saying about the second half of the season. But right now they're a B, with the potential to be an A.
Rodriguez, what are your thoughts, lineup wise?
I think they've been average most of the first half. The pitching has carried them. You know, if it wasn't for the pitching, the Mets would be in a really bad spot because you can't win games by leaving guys on base. Runners in scoring position. I mean, we're making a big deal out of it. Everybody's making, but it is a big deal. These are the guys you got to get home to score. You can't win a game unless you score more than the other team. That's kind of how it works. So for me, to make a long story short, I give them a C. They've been at times good, at most of the time leaving guys on base bad. So it's graded out to average for me. But like we said, looking into the second half, you got these young guys coming up, getting ready, getting the feel of it again, and you know it's a long year, so maybe they'll finish up with some good numbers. Vientos, expect a good second half out of him, or he might not be a Met. So
That's rough.
I'm expecting them to grade up to a B plus at least, especially with the Fab Four. So
Yeah, well, my mind's around a C plus, right,
Mhm.
kind of like shoom right
Kinda-
down in the middle, and
Yeah,
I because
kinda
I weigh the runners in scoring position heavier, and there have just been some points where it is just frustrating. You know, you get it. Runner's not on base. I get a base hit and a base hit. I got first and third. I got nobody out, and we failed to score. Like Keith said, he pounded to the ground. And Vientos, 2 at bats before.
I think Keith is having a seizure over there.
I think so. I
call
hope he's
911.
live on the air. We are the world. There you go.
A lot of gummy bears.
Oof, yeah, maybe. Good call, Rodriguez. So I weigh the runner in the score position a lot heavier. Vientos, 2 at bats before his bases clearing double the other night. I was calling for him to get his ass sent down because
you're a Met fan.
No, because it's been like anybody else in that spot. Beatty, Mauricio's been great at third base.
Think about that.
And he's hitting the ball. He's not looking as he was looking pretty foolish on a lot of pitches. You know, when he first got called as breaking balls, he just looked like, what am I swinging at?
I mean, just look at these guys that we have there that are not performing yet. Vientos, Beatty, Acuna, Mauricio. Those are studs, dude. Those are guys that can really play. And if they get that major league wind under them, and especially Vientos, he's already had a good year. He knows what it feels like. These guys get going. Our team is actually smart. That's the first time. Oh, I was going to say something.
Before he got married.
That's before he got married. He didn't shave. He didn't have to shave.
No, well, to your point, Rodriguez. You know, you got the young guys who are not performing. So right after your All-Star break, you'll start seeing. I do think Alvarez will come back up, and they want to see within these next couple of weeks, 10 games. You know, Vientos, can you at least, bring yourself back up to, respectability when it comes to hitting?
I don't understand the big thing with Vientos, though. He's proven he can hit in the major leagues. You saw last year. You saw what he did last year. This is a sophomore.
Been really bad.
Dude, it's a sophomore slump. He won't be the first or the last guy to go through it.
No, of course not. No. I mean, but where I was going with that is that this team has to see, or has to evaluate whether or not they need to add a bat. And so, is it does Alvarez come back up and just kill it, and then they go after a bat for center field, or there's a lot of different things that they can do. I do not want. I saw a rumor today. Eugenio Suarez. That dude.
Oh my God, no way.
That I've seen him at 200, 210. I know he's linked to the other New York team too. Rather he goes there. He's got pop. But he's also got that potential to just hit 210 and just be rally killing.
He does that every year. He doesn't really bat. He doesn't have a high batting average, but he does have pop. But do we need pop on this team? When you get the offensive guy, the bat, what do we need? What do you guys think we need? Do we need a guy that's going to hit 320, or do you need a guy that's going to hit 30 home runs? Drive in or is an RBI guy? What kind of batter are you really looking for? Because there's not going to be that many unless we get lucky.
Think about it, right? What do we really need? That's a great question. So for me, quite honestly, we have the bats. They're just not doing what they need to do. They need to do what they need to do. But our strength for this whole year has been our pitching, and they're getting tired already. What we need is bullpen and or starting pitching reinforcement.
That I think is foregone conclusion. They're already looking at. They got scouts out. But as we talk about the lineup, that's where I'm thinking that they need to evaluate that, because they already know that every contender will solidify their bullpen and start pitching if they could. But as far as the lineup is concerned,
masturbator back to platoon with because
who?
Here's the thing, how I'm looking at it, right? And
Harrison Bader.
Oh, Harrison Bader.
I
can remember. I don't know what the hell you're talking. So he's with the Twins, right?
He's not the Twins right now. But how I was thinking about this on the way, I was driving back from work, and I'm thinking to myself, well, the Mets are going to try to toe the line, right? We don't want to give up too much of our future, because that's what they promised from Stearns and from Cohen when they started. We're going to build for now and for the future. So I don't think they're going to go for somebody where they have to give up the camp, unless it's
pop that money in there.
Unless it's somebody tremendous, of course. So they're going to go for one of those salvation pieces that's not going to cost them too much, and hopefully they have a little control over. Like that center fielder from Boston. What's his name?
Jordan. Oh, Duran?
Huh?
Duran?
Duran, yeah.
Duran.
That kid's amazing. But he's going to cost a lot, because he still has 3 or 4 years of arbitration, I think.
I don't even know why he's like linked to trade rumors, because the Red Sox just won like 10 in a row or 9 in a row. They're right in it. But anyway, so back to the lineup, I give it a C+. They some of the other guys need to wake up, just be a little bit more consistent. Even if Vientos is 80% of what he was last year, you forget how clutch he was down the stretch run and in the playoffs. That the kid was amazing last year.
He had over 300 in the playoffs, didn't he?
Yeah, with bombs galore. He had a few bombs out there. So C+ as of right now. We'll see what it is towards the end of the year.
Agreed.
Producer Joe, hit us with another captain clip.
To the right. Into the air to center field. Damon going back to the warning track. It's over his head, and the Mets win it. David Wright with the walk-off hit in the bottom of the ninth off Mariano Rivera, and the Mets have taken Game 1 from the Yankees, 7-6.
Xavier Nady, I saw. That was a Xavier Nady sighting.
Wow.
Poor captain played with all these guys, man. I know he played with some tremendous players, but as it continued, it was like Xavier Nady and
that was the
Derek Bell. Remember Derek Bell?
Derek Bell.
Those guys.
Oh, good God.
Yeah, that was the Wilpon shit. That's what
The Royd head, Mr. Royd Leduca scoring on that hit. But the favorite thing, I mean, besides it coming against Mariano Rivera, is just him like willing it. Go, get out there, and garbage ass Johnny Damon trying to track it down in center field, slow ass garbage trash pieces.
You're lucky it wasn't.
And they you watch the full clip, and Ron Darling, his voice sounds super young. Ron Darling is saying, Damon has to play really shallow in center field because basically his arm sucks, and so all said and done. Love that stuff, especially against the Skanks.
Yeah, he wasn't quite the Yankee that he was that he was a Yankee. Just like Knobloch was not quite as good with Minnesota as he was with the Yankees.
Knobloch provided with more laughter as a Yankee than anything. Throws to first. All right, really quickly here. Overall coaching staff. pitching staff. Rodriguez's boy, Mendy. The hitting coach, and the what do they call the secondary hitting guy that they brought in? Can't remember.
Nobody knows.
Yeah,
I don't know.
The bullpen coach to Rodriguez's old
That's my
aspirations.
job. That's my job.
Well, I'm trying. I always try.
And Alvarez going down to AAA and just hitting the crap out of the ball does not make our hitting coach look good. However, you have to take into consideration it is AAA, but come on. I mean, what's going on?
All right, so what's the grade? Who's giving the grades?
I honestly
overall
think that people like Soto, Lindor, Alonso, they're not going to listen to his crap anyway. They're going to do what they think is best because, they've done it.
Calling the divas. So what's the grade for the managerial staff, coaching wise and everything?
Me?
Yeah.
I definitely give them an A. I mean, there's a lot of adversity that Mendez has dealt with. The clinic, as we've come to be known as across the league, has really done a great job with really like the misfits, like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Misfits Highland. That's kind of mostly what our pitching staff was, and our coaching staff has really paid attention to their skills, their talents, honed in on it, and helped them learn how to weaponize that against the batters and be more successful than anybody ever would imagine. Hitting coach, I don't know what's going on there. I'll leave that alone. But based off of our head coach and pitching staff, I'm definitely going with an A-. Yeah, I mean, I'm a homer. Everybody's like, oh, A-, A's and B's everywhere. But I truly feel watching this team every day, that's what they deserve.
You're not being a homer there. This team's a half game out of first place. It's okay to have some nice marks. They're number 5 in the power rankings. Number 5, baby.
I mean, they're doing great. They really are.
David Wright in the power rankings. Yep.
Rodriguez, your thoughts on the staff?
Mendoza, very good job. I mean, I'm not complaining. The pitching, very good job. Great job, actually. Let's just say great job. The hitting, brought them down to a B. Otherwise, I give the team an A over. I give them an A overall. But only Mendoza and everybody else has them at a B. The batting coaches, or whatever it is that they're doing.
This is Rodriguez being a little frustrated right
I'm a little frustrated because you got to get the guys over. You got to get the guys in. You can't be trying to play your game, and if a player's playing their game and the batting coach or the manager doesn't take it to task, there's a problem. But the hitting coach should be able to implement a good game plan, and it's been pretty bad. But so I'm saying a B. Because they're still a very good team. Right, fighting for first place. I mean, it's not a bad thing. But if our hitting does like it's supposed to for the rest of the year, we should definitely finish at an A. We have too much talent not to.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm in that realm. I'm at a B+ for the management staff, and a lot of it is you brought these guys in and you really coached them up. Like Holmes is performing. His performance is at a $20 million a year starting pitcher, and he's at 11. Right?
Easy, dude.
Like,
easy.
What wasn't Zach Wheeler's contract is like 22 a year? So these days inflation, he's probably at $26 million. But whatever the case may be, the management from the top down has been really good. The hitting coach. So the hitting philosophy was to take these guys who have proven themselves year after year, and then have that kind of meld in with some of the younger kids that have had good season. Alvarez had a great season 2 years ago. Viento's a great season last year. Beatty has shown that he can do it now. It's about bringing consistency, and that's the growing pains when it comes to Mauricio, and when it comes to the kids.
These guys, the young guys, have to understand pitch location, count, locate what they have to do at a certain count, runners on base. They have to really try to do things that are beneficial to the team and not just playing to their strengths. So you have to hit the ball to the opposite side, to left field if you're a lefty. You have to do these type of things. So when their mental game catches up to their physical game, and for Vientos, it was pretty even last year. That's why he was so good. Alvarez not so good. That's why he's in the minors. Beatty up and down. He just doesn't think a lot of times. You could see it in their bat
Right.
when they bat, and the hitting coach should talk to them about that. Should deal with that and try to get better results. We don't see that. Maybe they're doing it. We don't see it because cameras are everywhere, but we don't see it. So.
Good chance we're not going to see Mauricio or Beatty on this team if we make a trade. That's one of my big guesses, but we'll see.
I don't I don't know about trading. I get the idea behind it, but I don't know about trading Beatty or or Vientos right now. Their stock isn't what it could be.
Anywhere. I think Mauricio.
Yeah, I'm just kind of Mauricio has been talks of trades like for the last 3 years.
They got to let Mauricio play. They have to let Mauricio play half a year at the majors just to see where he's at with his knees. What kind of player he can become, because he's a big dude. I don't see him as a little second baseman. I really don't.
Mm-mm.
I see him more becoming an outfielder, a corner outfielder, or staying at third base. To be honest, I see him becoming that. And I think he's going to be a power bat if he gets those strikeouts down a little bit. That's a power bat right there.
Even the way he runs like a big guy. He's just like.
He's a big dude.
Yeah.
Well, that's the other thing. If he connects on some of those wild swings that he had on the early going with some of those breaking balls, once he learns how to hit a breaking ball and he connects on those swings, forget about it. Bombs away to right field.
It's all about knowing what's coming. If you learn how a pitcher thinks and you know what's coming, you're going to be a successful hitter. So hopefully he gets better at that.
He needs to watch Lindor and Soto to really learn that, because those dudes.
Soto's the model of what you need to be as a hitter.
I think Lindor. I'll be honest. Soto has more talent.
Lie to me,
but Lindor is such a study of the game, and when he's facing a pitcher, he sees, I think, more than anybody in that Mets lineup. From the opposing pitcher.
Yeah, if you listen to Soto talk in Spanish and his Dominican things and stuff, when he talks and he's talking to the other ball players in his own native language, you'll understand that he's better at it than Lindor, and Lindor's no slouch. So you're right, but you'll see it in
I've
the
seen
numbers.
more of Lindor, and I've seen him do that. So you're possibly 100% correct, but from what I've seen, I think it's Lindor. But hey, this is a great argument.
That's exactly where I was going with that. Just focus on that for a second. We're arguing Francisco Lindor and Juan Soto in the same New York Mets lineup. Can you imagine that? Juan Ortiz is having an issue in the chat or something.
Nice.
Wow.
All right, we have 2 more clips here of the captain. After this one, let's hit upcoming. The homestand right on the opposite side that starts tomorrow, and then we'll have one more clip. And we'll finish up here. Give us. Nope. Yep. Yeah, do it.
This is probably one of the proudest days of my career so far. I mean, I think to be viewed in this light, both by ownership, by Sandy in the front office, by the coaching staff, and probably most importantly by the players, is a great deal to me, and something that I'm very appreciative of, and like I said, honored and very proud to be on that short list of guys that have been considered captain of this franchise. Is for me, a dream come true, to say the least, and something that I'm very, very, very proud about.
He's the 4th captain in team history. Will there be a 5th? Maybe a passing of the torch this Saturday. If you believe in some of those videos that we saw.
Never know.
Never know. All right.
Do you think MLB did a little and spill the beans a little bit?
They might have, which I'm sure Steve Cohen's like, you owe me for that. So
Yeah.
you have ruined my plans. So
You
we'll figure out some
fine, jerk.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens on Saturday. Let's take a look at what this next set of games is.
Sweep.
The Cincinnati,
Sweep.
Well, the Reds been playing pretty good.
Yeah.
Reds come to town Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Our pitching is clearly not set. Reds will throw out Nick Lodolo, 6-6, 3.38 ERA. Nick Martinez, 6-9, 4.85 ERA. And that's the Saturday game. What time is that Saturday game? It's an after 4 o'clock maybe, and then the ceremony's at like 3. Yeah, something like that. And then the Sunday afternoon game is see the Reds are 3 games over now. Andrew Abbott, 8-1, 2.07 ERA. Is he any relation to Jim?
No, he's got both hands.
Well, he's lefty.
Wow.
And Jim would have just taught him about lefty. Wow, look at that stash. Jeez.
Looks dirty, right?
Yeah, he's from Lynchburg. We should
drinking whiskey and smoking cigars all night, not mustache.
Yep. What are we doing here?
Jeff fell asleep on the keyboard again.
Scroll.
We're browsing his career. I have no reason why.
I asked if he was related to Jim Abbott. He just goes to his.
Wow, 8-1. Wow, look at that pitching staff they got thrown at us.
I fell down the rabbit hole.
Oh shit!
I forgot everybody was watching me.
Yeah, it's great. Oh shit!
Strolling along, scrolling like he's on his phone, taking a shit. Like,
oh, this is interesting. Look at these stats.
That's amazing.
Have another drink, Joe. Cheers.
I wasn't far off, was I?
Good stuff.
No, Rodriguez.
Oh my gosh! I think it's
all right.
time
So
for another David Wright clip.
Wait, we.
What was the biggest thing about that game is knowing how much preparation he needed to do for his back just to get in that game.
Hours.
He came up big.
And that's an October night. It's cold. Great call by Joe Buck, by the way. Can't complain anything about the call from him on that one. But it's unfortunate that was his only opportunity to produce big in a World Series. They talk about getting rings and all this stuff, and certain players don't measure up to other guys because of rings not won. That tells me that person who says things like that just doesn't know baseball, because of the teamwork that is necessary. This is not a five guy lineup like the NBA, where one guy can just take over and just lead you to a title. This is, you could have superstars, countless superstars. If you want to count Barry Bonds as one, never won the World Series.
Hitting that bait, I mean, come on. Anyway,
and the teamwork and the getting hot at the right times, and that the 2006 is a prime example. The 83 win stupid ass Cardinals, they got hot and they played with us, and they
next subject.
Screw them.
Swipe right.
All right. After.
By the way, I realize that I have a large mole on my face.
Where? What? Where's that?
Stupid mole. Cheating mole. See, but he learned his lesson. You know, he thought back years ago, hey, I didn't know what the hell was coming. I froze. Better to know what's coming now.
Before we give our predictions, just real quick,
Good point.
who do you think is going to be, and I'll give you who I think, but who do you think is going to be the first 3 starting pitchers for that Cincinnati series? I'm thinking Peterson, Manaea, Senga in that order.
I'm going to go with Senga, Manaea, Peterson, because Peterson threw it. Not that it's a big deal, but he
right
the All-Star inning.
Right. Yeah, he's probably going to go 5th. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. What do you think, Rodriguez?
I don't know. I don't give a shit. And tomorrow.
Wow.
Tomorrow.
There you go.
He gets more than a shit.
Way to cause.
Producer Joe said that's the wrong answer, Rodriguez.
Way to entertain our viewers.
All right. Well, look, we gave grades to everything, but what's the quick grade on the totality of the Mets fans through the first half?
A+, done. No explanation needed.
I'm gonna give the fans an A for getting out to the stadium, for being loud on Tuesday and Wednesday nights against Colorado Rockies. I lose the A+ because of guys like Dom. That's where we lose the plus. Rodriguez, what do you think? Rodriguez is always the most critical of Mets fans.
No, we've shown up, right? They've been at that field, man. They've been cheering. They've been doing their thing. You got to give the fans an A. And even during the Great Depression that we just went through, the losing streak, they managed to stay strong, and they're still around. And man, an A for the Metsies, absolutely.
For the Metsies. All right, let's close this bad boy out. Whatever, Laris. Let's close this bad boy out. Keith, what do you got? A few words of inspiration on the way out here.
Plus,
few.
The fans give me a+.
Muy.
To the fans. Reverse Wakata to the fans. So they get a reverse Wakata. I think it's going to be a fun second half. We got some more pitching back. We got some of our hitting back. We got the potential of a trade coming about us. Hopefully we get some bullpen reinforcement. With the first half looking this good, it's sky's the limit for the second half. Let's go Mets, baby. Woo!
Appreciate those few words. Rodriguez, what do you got here on the way out? Muy.
We're gonna be good. We're gonna be good for the rest of the year. We're good. Let's go Mets.
Producer Joe,
the reverse Wakata or like what's happening?
Muy. Producer Joe, muy. Or from last week, short memory, muy. Does that ring a bell now to you, Keith? Keith has no idea.
I still have tears on my face.
I have every idea.
From the stupid probable pitchers.
I think he's wrong.
Oh my God. What a great first half, man. We had a rough bump at the end, but you know what? We plowed through it and we recovered and we're going to be all right. There's, every reason to be fully optimistic about this team. The coaching staff, the pitching, the hitting, the Fab Four. Great time to be a Met fan. Let's go Mets.
Oh. When producer Joe stops talking, it's like an alarm that rings that wakes up Rodriguez.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Ding. Oh wait.
There's a better sound for that. All right. Yeah. The only thing I wanted to mention that I didn't before is that Lindor's starting to run again. His toe is healthier. That helps the top of the lineup too. More explosiveness, more shit that goes on. But that does it for this week. Great first half. Amazing job by this team. Only expect things to get even better in the second half with these guys coming back, potential trade deadline stuff going on. And Rodriguez, to your point earlier on, if the Mets, last bit of hitters were more consistent, the Phillies would be so far behind us, it wouldn't be even funny. And Brian Hahn would be less ugly because we couldn't see him as well. But that does it for us this week. We'll keep you posted on what's going on with the Mets in the Facebook group. And we will see you guys next week. Let's go Mets.
Yeah.
Muy.
Put up the bonus.